up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Sample Shopping. We have sort of an impromptu, different episode of Sample Shopping this week. This is one I really wasn't planning on doing. I recently talked about Antidote by Victor and Rolf on a previous show that was sent to me by Decant Shop, and I bought a bottle of Antidote from Decant Shop. Adriana had a partially used bottle, and so in buying that, she sent me fragrances, none of them which I asked for, just a bunch of fragrances that she thought I'd like to talk about on this show. And they're 9. 2 of them had already been sent to me, so we're not going to talk about those again, but 7 are brand new to me. So we're going to do 4 this week and 3 next week. And most of these are designer scents, but they're either designer scents that aren't talked about that much or discontinued or vintage designer scents. So for you guys who are fans of that sort of thing, it's going to be a fun 2 weeks for you guys. I've said this a bunch, and I want to really make sure I accentuate this point. Decant Shop is literally the best place online to get rare, discontinued, or vintage fragrances. There is so much there. You really need to look past the niche and just see all the other stuff that's available on decantshop.com. And we're going to talk about 7 of these fragrances over the next couple of weeks, sort of rarer scents that don't get discussed that much. There are a couple of niche, but for the most part they're designer. And again, that 12% discount code MAX12 will always work on Decant Shop for discounts even further off the already low prices. So the fragrance we're going to start this week out with is a fragrance from a house that I have zero experience with this. And this is the house of Valentino, and it is a fragrance called Very Valentino. Now, on the fashion side of things, I know this house very well. I have a beautiful tuxedo that I got from them from Century 21, marked down from like $1,800 to $200. And I've always been a big fan of the house. Very unfamiliar with the fragrances though, and they certainly get a lot of don't get a lot of Fragcom attention. They did release a new fragrance this year called Uomo, which just comes in a beautiful bottle that looks like it should cost hundreds of dollars. That fragrance should be coming to the States either later this year or early next year. This scent, though, Very Valentino, was released in 1999, and the nose behind this is Harry Fremont. I think this has either been discontinued or is in extremely limited production. Only eBay had this, and prices range from about $70 for testers to about $150 for brand new inbox bottles. Notes on this fragrance are nutmeg, coriander, sage, and anise at the top, carnation, lavender, tobacco, caraway, and Brazilian rosewood in the middle, and resin, sandalwood, cedar, amber, and musk in the base. And to me, this is a very, very good designer fragrance. Just so clean, but with a little bit of character to it. Not just your normal sort of boring freshy. I don't know if the ingredients here are more natural or just of a higher quality, but this is a nice scent to me. I think if I had to put my finger on it, this smells like a cross between a fresh scent and an 80s powerhouse. Just smells very sophisticated and mature without being stuffy or dated. I'm very impressed by it. I can't wait to try their newest release. I don't know if I would buy this now that it's scarce and the price is sort of up there, but I think it's very interesting. So Very Valentino, so the name sort of fits. Next up, we have another designer fragrance from a house that doesn't get a lot of love, and this is from the first fragrance we've looked at from the house of Zegna. I should be doing a review of Zegna Forte soon, but first we're going to look at a fragrance called Z. And Essenza came out first, and Z came out second in terms of the Zegna fragrances. You can find this one for typical designer prices out there. I think Amazon has it like 50 ml for $40, so it's a good deal if you enjoy this. This has bergamot, yellow mirabelle plums, rosemary, and castor fruit at the top. Castor fruit, just so you guys know, are blueberries from New Guinea that physically resemble blueberries, but in olfactory sense, they have a fragrance close to red currant. The heart of this is made up of iris, nutmeg, and white pepper, and the base is composed of cashmere, patchouli, woods, and oak moss. And this has been a pleasant surprise to me. It's very clean and nice, citrus, light, fruity scent. I think it smells very Italian, very simple and high quality. Would I buy this? I'm smelling it. I don't think so, just because I do have scents that sort of do what this scent does. Again, it's very clean. It sort of reminds me of like a shower in white sheets. I don't know if I would buy this. I think I would need some more time with this one. Next up, we have the first fragrance that I've actually ever got. Well, no, the second fragrance I've got my nose on from the house of Annick Goutal. I've smelled Sables from them, which I liked a long time ago. But this fragrance is called Nuit, Etoilee. And it was released in 2012. The perfume in this project is Isabelle Doyen, who is Annick Goutal's daughter. She's done many of the scents for this house, and I don't want to get too into this one because I'm planning on getting a bottle of this in the immediate future. Amazon sells this for about $80, and to me that is a fucking steal. These retail for a bit more than that, usually around $120, but deals can be had on discount sites. And normally I don't get excited when I smell something like this, but Adriana sent this to me because she thought this would wow me, and it has, in a huge way. Notes on this fragrance are citron, sweet orange, Siberian pine, fir resin, angelica seed, peppermint, immortal, and tonka. And the name of this fragrance, Nuit Etoilee, translates into starry night. And while I don't know how a starry night's supposed to smell, oddly enough, I feel like they've nailed this. My family used to have a summer home in Connecticut in the woods, and this reminds me of being in the forest at night. Beautiful orange and pine and some peppermint, just a top-notch composition. Really opening my eyes to the Goutal house. That's another niche house that's priced moderately, and the quality is unmistakable here. I cannot get enough of the mix of citrus and peppermint and pine. I really like this. I can't stress it enough. Like, I can't wait to do a full review of this and talk about the Annick Goutal house, because in learning about them from the scent, I'm very impressed by the story of that house, how it came to be, and how it continues. And I'm very thankful that my eyes were open to this fragrance by Adriana. Definitely get yourself a sample of this from Decant Job. Finally, for this week, we have a discontinued scent from the house of Nina Ricci called Club Ricci. This one sort of has a cult-like following online, and I looked around for prices, and they range between $100 for a small bottle to $300 for a larger one. This was launched in 1999, and top notes are Artemisia, lavender, green notes, bergamot, and lemon. The middle has carnation, cypress, jasmine, peach, ylang-ylang, lily of the valley, and rose. And the base is going to have sandalwood, tonka bean, amber, patchouli, cinnamon, musk, vanilla, and cedar. And I think this is a very well-made scent. There's a great deal of quality and care that went into making this fragrance, but for me, it's just another 80s fragrance that smells dated. If you enjoy big 80s scents, this is going to be up your alley. If not, I don't think you're going to enjoy this one because it's bold and it's big. To me, it's very hard to pull individual notes out of this. I think there's some nice citrus at the top that's very high quality, but that's not enough to keep me interested for the duration of this scent, which just smells like a lot of other scents to me. So this one is a pass for me. If I was going to rank these guys, the Goutal, I think, blows everything else out of the water. Then the Valentino, then the Zegna, and then the Ricci. But we're going to have 3 scents I'm really excited to do next week. And then 2 weeks from today, we're going to do a lot of people have been asking for this, so what is coming? My grooming routine is coming up. And then we'll be back with more sample shopping. And, of course, there will be a fragrance review this week. You know, those are always... every weekend we have one of those. So I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. Please remember to go to decantshop.com and get yourself some of these samples and get yourself the 12% off with coupon code MAX12. I'll talk to you all again very soon. I want to wish you all a very happy and healthy week. Talk to you all. Maximilian.